Hey there, BZ people, and welcome to our 8th stream in the Pokemon Black Chainlocke. I, of course, am Bork from Bork and Zim Gaming, and you may be wondering, why are you in the middle of a battle? This is not where we left off. Well, I figured if we were going to get our encounter in the bridge and it wasn't going to take an entire episode to get, I would spend a little bit of time beforehand running around until I found an encounter that we could use. This is the first one I came across. It's a Frillish, which is pretty cool. Give us access to the ghost type. And you won't believe some of the things I saw in between. I think I saw like a Shaman and I saw a Charmeleon. But this is what we are going to be able to use. So I'm going to go ahead, throw a quick ball, and then see if we can't go and get to the Driftvale City Gym to continue on with our quest. Obviously, as you can tell, I did make some changes to the party. I added Palkia on. So I will go over the team right after this, and we did catch that Frillish. Awesome. So now I gotta come up with a name for a jellyfish. Let's see here. Frillish, the floating Pokemon. With its thin, veil-like arms wrapped around the body of its opponent, it sinks to the ocean floor. Man, that's, I kinda wanna call this thing Siren, but not, it's, no. I'm gonna call it Sinker. So that is totally what it sounds like it is. Even though I was totally going to call it the cliche Pringles. So, since the last time that we've hung out, oh, it was even the male Jellicent, or Frillish. That is my that's my favorite one. I'm a big fan of the color blue. Actually, you know what? Before we head into town, I'm going to show off our team. Because there have been a few changes. As I said, there is Palkia holding the choice specs with Water Pulse, Dragon Breath, Secret Sword, and Power Gem. We have Girafarig. What did I call you? I called you Brains. Brains the Girafarig with Karate Chop, Ice Fang, Night Slash, and Zen Headbutt. I got Iceberg, the Lapras, obviously still, with Leftovers, Water Pulse, Confuse Ray, Body Slam, and Ice Fang. We still have Dragonite with the Amulet Coin, Fiery Dance, Thunder Wave, Air Cutter, and Dragon Breath. Paul the Chatot with Chatter, Sing, Fiery Dance, and Night Slash. And Kabutops, Akali the Kabuto, actually, with Absorb, Aqua Jet, Mud Shot, and Bolt Strike. And we need to give him back the experience share, because according to what I saw online, Kabuto evolved to level 40, so it's probably going to be quite a while before we get that Kabutops. But we are going to head to Driftvale City Gym now. So, BZ people, tell me, how has your past week been? Was it officially... Has there been a season change? Is it winter now? I don't remember it being rainy like this. Huh. But as I was saying, how has your week been? I know I got some pretty exciting news this week. Or actually last week. My supervisor did confirm that I'm going to be going up to the first claims training class at work. That probably means nothing to you, so I'll explain. They had a big class of about 20 of us for calls training, starting back in March. And once we got done with that, we went down the floor and we started taking phone calls. But only the ones that they felt we were ready for. And so once they felt that we were ready, they're doing 2 separate classes for this. They would send us back down, or back up, to train in how to process claims. It's something new they started trying. I don't remember which class they started with, but supposedly it's cut down their dropout rate for employees. That's because this is a very overwhelming job. And so the first class is starting August 15th. The second class was going to be in October. I'm not exactly sure which part of October. Probably the second half. And so that means that I did get selected to go to that first training class. So that's really quite exciting for me. The fact that obviously they felt I was ready to go up to this training class. I'm going to get out of the phones for 3 weeks straight, so I'm not going to complain about that at all. That makes me very happy. I really, really do not like being on the phones. So unfortunately that means that my schedule is going to be changing from my random times, which, you know, depending on how you look at it, that's fortunate, unfortunate, you know. The really unfortunate thing about it is that I won't be able to do these streams in the morning, obviously. I'd have to pretty much be leaving for work at this time once I start working that training shift for at least 3 weeks, and eventually my hours are going to change to not being able to have mornings to do this anymore. But so we are going to end up most likely moving the stream. I really don't want to put it on pause for 3 weeks, so I'll probably just be doing it in the evenings. Not sure which day of the week. I know not Wednesdays or Fridays for sure. But other than that, I'll let you guys know. Keep checking our Twitter accounts, check our Facebook page. You know, I should have sent out a giraffe rig. Go ahead and follow us on Google+. I'll give you updates there. If I remember to, or once I find out for sure, I'll definitely mention it in one of these streams. So otherwise, you know, pay attention to the streams too. But yeah, I am just really, really looking forward to getting out of the phones, which is probably a pretty sad thing to say considering I work in a call center and that's what my job is, to take calls. But after 8 hours straight of taking calls and dealing with people, you really get tired of it. I mean, it's just some of the calls I get in. People upset about their situation, which, you know, I completely understand why they're upset. I look at their situation and everything that's going on, and I'm upset too. Some of the rules that we have to follow, the rules not put in place by UMR, the place I work. This plan is completely picked out and catered by our employers. I don't think I wanted to do that necessarily, but maybe I did. Oh yeah, I did. I took that guy for a ride. So I can take this one even further. Am I just back at the beginning? I am. This isn't where I wanted to be at all, is it? It's not. Do I have to go back through all that? Oh, these elevators are so confusing. And does everything get reset? Yep. Everything got reset. I screwed up. So let's try that again. Oh, and that guy went for another ride. Without me. That hurts. Unfortunately, it wasn't too much to redo. So, how many of you have heard or seen anything on those new Lola region Pokemon forums and are just super excited about that? I mean, honestly, changing up some of the typing of the first gen Pokemon. I hope that the ones that they released are not the only ones they're doing that to, which I think they're changing Vulpix and Ninetales Vulpix is going to be an Ice type. Ninetales is going to be an Ice Fairy type, which is very cool. And I kind of want to send a Kali out here to Bolt Strike this thing, but I don't want to risk our Rock typing. We already lost our Ground typing. But we'll get it back. Somehow. Someday. I did notice they seem to have changed quite a few Pokemon to Ice types, which makes me think there's obviously going to be an Icy region in the Aloha region. So it's not going to be all sun and games. And we are going deep underground. Like, they're changing Sandshrew and Sandslash into Ice types. I think, is it just Sandslash that's an Ice Steel type now? But you know, that's pretty cool. The guy I was watching the video said that while they do gain 2 4x weaknesses to fire and to fighting, for the most part, Steel and Ice does negate a lot of each other's weaknesses otherwise. Like, Ice is weak to Rock, but Steel resists it. Obviously, fighting and fire. I think it's still weak to Ground, but it's only 2x weakness. And Clay still has his Ground. I'm so sorry about that, BC people. I'm not exactly sure what just happened. I guess my recorder crashed briefly. So let's get back to the game. What was I talking about? Oh, Sandslash. Really looking forward to that. Seems like it'd be a really cool typing. I'm not sure how I necessarily feel about Executor becoming a Dragon type. I mean, it's a tropical region. I'm definitely glad they're including him since he is a palm tree. I just don't know about turning him into a Dragon type. But I'm sure Game Freak knows what they're doing. What else were they sending out? A Jolteon. Let's go into our Girafarig Lighthouse. Girafarig, you need some screen time. Just don't die, okay? Oh gosh, what other forms were there? I know they mentioned some other forms. At least I'm pretty sure they did. I'm honestly not sure, so let's go for a Zen Headbutt. But some of those other new Pokemon that they're releasing is pretty cool. Like that Meteor one, that once you hit him, he changes into a different type of, or a different form. And wow, my stream rate is just... I am so sorry guys, I'm not sure why this keeps crashing on me. I'm actually going to pause the stream briefly just to double check on some stuff. I want to see what my CPU is doing and see if I can figure out why it... Well, now everything looks fine. Let's keep going. So for what you missed, I missed a Zen Headbutt. But we connected this one. If only we were faster than the Jolteon, we could potentially get some flinches. But we definitely need to heal brains. I'll get to that a little later. But for now, let's see, how much is this? 80 points. It's a little much. 50 points, that'll do just fine. Yeah, some of those new Pokemon that they announced. Oh, and my opponent's using a potion as well. Let's see here. They, like I said, they have that Meteor, which I forget the name of. I'm going for Ice Fangs. Maybe we can freeze him. And maybe I'm just going to switch out. It's entirely possible if he's going to keep doing this. and that did very little, so yeah, we're going to switch out. What do you have again? Thunder Wave, Air Cutter, Dragon Breath. Yeah, let's switch into Lighthouse. Take some neutral Thunderbolts. They have that new bird that has 4 different forms, either flying, fire, or electric, or psychic, or ghost, which is definitely very cool. It's kind of like Rotom in the way that it has different forms. I just don't know. Do you just have to take it to one of the different islands? I didn't see everything in the update video. Essentially, I only had time to watch one of Shady Penguin's videos yesterday, and he broke it up over 3 or 4. Stop stand attacking Jolteon. It's not cool. Your friends don't think you're cool for doing it. Oh, and Fiery Dance. This gym battle, I tell ya. But yeah, then they had they announced the final evolution form, or at least I'm assuming it's the final evolution form for Zangoose. Is that right, Zangoose? I feel like it is. But it looks pretty cool. It's like gumshoes. Finally took out that Jolteon. That thing was really annoying. So let's see here. Brains grew to level 28, which is awesome. It's good. It's what we wanted. Assurance. No, we're good with our old moves. Yeah, we'll give up on Assurance. I know there was other ones like that. That praying mantis plant that was not a bug type. I really need to watch that highlight video myself. Oh, I see, but I sure don't like it. For such a youngin', you have an imposing battle style. I know you got people who can dig up your potential. Here, take this. And we got ourselves another badge. That's 5 out of the 8. We are over halfway now. Over halfway through the stream. It's a little sad. Bork received Quick Badge from Clay. So this is your 5th badge, huh? If that's so, Pokemon up to level 60 will obey ya. Also, I'll give you this TM. Well, that was the plan, but I just remember there's something I want. Wait in front of the cave at the end of Route 6, would you? Dude, the rules say you have to give me a TM. Just give me the TM. And I bet you this elevator doesn't even take us all the way back to the beginning. Does it? Does it take us all the way back to the beginning? It does. I'm sorry, Clay. I misjudged you. But they also showed the pre-evolution for that new horse Pokemon. I want to say it was Mudsdale's the final evolution. I do not remember the name of the baby. Like I said, I didn't personally watch the actual reveal video myself, which if I get a chance to today, I definitely want to do that. I just saw a portion of Shady Penguin's review of it. I also saw that they're getting something called Z moves, which I know nothing about. I'm going to assume they're super powerful moves, though. Let's see here what we got on that Frillish. See if he was carrying an item or anything. Let's see here. Frillish. You know, that's a very cool moveset. Nightshade, Bubble Beam, Recover, Water Pulse. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. In theory, I could deposit Paul to get the Frillish to get access to ghost types, but I don't really feel like that's necessary. I think it must have been Black and White 2 where you get a Pokemon from that house, which is okay. We will continue forward instead. Or maybe we'll run into Bianca.
Oh. Hi, Bork. Hey, were you at the gym just now? Oh, hey, that's Trifield's gym badge. Oh, that's totally cool. That's amazing. No. I can't get distracted by being impressed with your shiny new badge. I'm also a trainer. At times like this, you battle, right?
I don't know, Bianca. I think you should be distracted a little while longer. Or Marshall. Whatever you want to go by these days. I'm not judging. Maybe I'm a little. And a shield on, which should go down pretty fast to my Guardian Pelkia. Is it hailing? So it is winter now. And that means whenever I battle outside there's going to be hail. That's actually kind of lame. I don't think I like that. Oh, sturdy? Yep. And you're going to increase my attack and try and get me to hit myself. Is that the plan? Because it's a lame plan, I'll have you know. Very, very lame plan. But that shield down should go down to the hail, so maybe I'm not so upset about it. Maybe I am. A Bulbasaur, yes. Let's go to Brains. You should be able to take out a Bulbasaur with a Zen Headbutt. Definitely. Also, another thing that I've heard, but I haven't actually seen for myself with these new video releases, was that they're not going to be doing gyms this gen. From my understanding, there's island challenges instead. So it really sounds like they're mixing up the norm for Pokemon games quite a bit with this one, which is definitely not a bad thing. Houndoom, we're definitely not staying in with you. Iceberg, I choose you. Let's see here. And something else I've been thinking about lately is once we get finished with this stream, there's a game that I found in college that I really, really enjoyed called Plants vs. Zombies. And really, I guess Houndoom's a lot bulkier than I thought. And he might get taken out by the hail. Maybe not. Go ahead, use your Hyper Potions. My Lapras is going to get a crit and take out your Houndoom anyway. Oh, and if I remember correctly from that guide I looked at, we should get Fly now that we've beat the Driftvale City Gym. Which, nah, I'm not looking out at everything that's coming up. I was just trying to figure out when we got Fly. And if we do get Fly, we can definitely teach that to someone. And then go back to, I want to say Necrotine City? To... Yeah, you keep healing, I'll take you out one hit. Just try me. I dare you. To get to reawaken those fossils. And a Delcatty, which means we are going back out into our Guardian. We are going to use our secret sword to take out this Delcatty. Wow. Um, I don't remember if I finished talking about this or not, but I'm definitely going to be bringing a playthrough of Plants vs. Zombies to stream and eventually to YouTube. If you've never heard of it, if you've never played it, it's a tower defense game that obviously you defend your towers. The way it works is that you have the house where you're at, and I'll finish explaining in a moment.
I haven't had a Pokemon battle with you in a while, Bork.
You just had one.
You've become totally strong, huh?
Always was.
I'm not that strong, so I don't know how to say it, but I think you're way tuned into how your Pokemon feel. Oh, you know what? I want to share this HM with you, Bork.
We have Fly. We're definitely going back to teach someone Fly.
My papa gave it to me after he tried to take me home that time. I'm sure it's so I can come home anytime he wants, though. Oh, hey, I have to share this with Sharon, too. See you, Bork. Bye-bye.
So you have more than one HM? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I could teach our caulifly. They never see it coming. Let's see here. We will just briefly deposit a collie into the PC. You know what? I think it'd be kind of cool to have a Buizel that can fly. So we are going to teach Buizel Fly. Okay. And since we're here, I might as well heal up our Pokemon. It only makes sense. So yes, as I was saying, Plants vs. Zombies is a tower defense game. And the point that you're trying to defend is your house. You're inside your house, and you're planting these mutated plants in your front, back, or front lawn or back lawn, or on your roof if you get to that point in the game. You have to defend your house day and night, which obviously during the daytime you plant. It's really complicated to explain, but essentially sunlight is a currency that you use to purchase and plant plants to defend you. And yeah, we'll get rid of water sport. You can. There's some plants that produce sunlight. There's some plants that will attack your enemies. There's plants that are just there to slow your enemies down. And obviously once we start playing we'll get into that a lot more. There's some really fun mini games. What do we have here? Nimbasa, Castelia. Huh, it was Nacrene City. Pretty cool. I got it right. And so essentially you're planting these plants to try and prevent the zombies from getting across your lawn and into your house to eat your brains. And then you have this random neighbor who's called Crazy Dave. It's a very fitting name. Okay, so let's see what our root fossil will turn into. I'm very curious and excited for this. It turned into a Pokemon. It's a Clefable. Okay. Oh, I gotta go deposit stuff so I can pick up these Pokemon. The things we do for our Pokemon. And I always feel like I can fit down that gap. Why put it there if you're not gonna let me fit down it, Game Freak? I have feels about that. I definitely have feels. But let's go ahead and deposit a couple Pokemon to get ourselves that Clefable. Let's see here. We'll just deposit Guardian and Girafarig let's go get our new Pokemon. Oh, don't do this again, computer. I am so sorry, busy people. I have no idea what's going on. I got everything extra closed. I don't have anything extra open. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just checking to see what is running that keeps crashing my computer. Let's get rid of that, see if that helps. Okay, we'll see if that works. We got our Clefable. We need to give Clefable a nickname, and obviously it's a Clefairy. It's a fairy. I'm gonna call you Original, because you were the original fairy. Don't care if Mr. Mom's a fairy too. So anyway, Plants vs. Zombies is a very, very fun game. Definitely looking forward to bringing that to the channel. Something that I think we could definitely enjoy together. And we got a Victory Bell, so we have access to grass and poison types now. Victory Bell. I'm gonna call you Blender. I really don't want to do this, but I think I have no idea why this keeps crashing on me. But everything looks fine for the moment, so we will continue on. I'm thinking, for the good of extending what we have on our party, or extending our chain, I might leave Lender on the team and get rid of our get rid of Paul. Okay guys, I'm going to restart my computer quick and see if that doesn't help things. I'm really sorry for interrupting the stream like this. I will be right back with you guys.